Hello again, and welcome back to the SWRA Podcast, where aging, wellness, and wisdom do intersect. I am your host, Maggie Lazar, and I am delighted to have you on again. Okay, so today is Wellness Aging Day, I should say. Aging, we all agree, is a privilege, right? Not everybody has the privilege of growing to a certain age. I am 67, and I'm very grateful every day for the privilege of still having breath, my mind able to move. So when we talk about life expectancy, it is indeed a blessing that some of us get to live 60, 70, 80 years on this earth. And women, especially, despite all the challenges and all the trauma and the stress and the multitasking and the systemic racism or whatever else you want to call it, we are still here living longer. We hold life in our hands, not just our wombs, we keep the family together. So as we get older, I feel we need to be more appreciative of this life that has been handed to us as a blessing. Now, we can look around and say, why am I allowed to still be here while somebody else is not? Sis, if you get the answer to that question, please share it because I don't know myself. I have been asking the same questions. Why am I allowed to still be here? But the wisdom tells us that for everything, there's a reason, and everybody has a date that is, specifically chosen for you when we exit this world. As crazy and as vile, as unfair as it is. And wisdom also, this is not a wisdom day, but wisdom also tells us that there are others who are going through worse, who have gone through worse than what we have gone through, right? So when we see somebody with gray hairs, we need to be respectful. We need to be appreciative. I personally love to sit at the feet of people who are older than I. When I was a nurse, it was my privilege to meet like a 90 spunky-year-old little lady. I remember this one lady. I was a cardiac nurse, and she was Southern as Southern can be. And she said, in the morning, I have my grits and my coffee and my bacon and eggs. And I remember like it was yesterday. I was like, but ma'am, you have got to control your salt and your fat. She looked at me, she put her little hands on her hip. She said, honey, I have been eating like this for 80 years. You're not fixing to come into my home and tell me what I can and cannot eat. And I hung my head down and I said, yes, ma'am. And I moved on because all the research that they've done about why certain people live longer and others don't, definitely it's a mindset, it's lifestyle, but it's also very genetic, right? Like right now, we know that people in Japan have the highest life expectancy. Well, why is that? Well, they do eat clean and they do eat a lot of fish, what you would describe as the Mediterranean diet. But I truly believe that longevity has a lot to do with your mindset. People who feel rattled, who get rattled at the least bit of, stress, they binge eat or they really have a difficult time handling stress. And I've told you before that life has more stress than joy. So if you don't have the mindset that this is what life is going to hand you, how you manage the happening, the disappointment, the stress, the trauma, is going to affect how long you stand in this crazy life. So let's learn to appreciate those who've come before us, who have taught us some questions, and try to live our lives, position ourselves in such a way that we can withstand. And let us choose joy. Let us choose positivity. Let us choose a healthy lifestyle. It's about focus and how you respond, controlling your emotions and your body and being kind to your body, right? So longevity, yes, it may have some genetic factors, but there is a lot that we can contribute, we can control on our end. So as you go out today, whatever your age, I would encourage you to be grateful because that has been shown to be a very positive aspect of aging and stress management. Let us be grateful for everything that we have. Yes, no, we don't have everything that we wish for. But what you have, if you show appreciation to it, I firmly believe the heavens will open and pour out more and more blessings. So let's not be worried about how long do I have, how long I live. Let's just make every single day count. All right, sis, let's go out there today, be a good human, talk positivity into somebody's life, and practice gratefulness. I will see you tomorrow. God loves you. I love you. Au revoir. À la prochaine. Bye.